Right, so we now have actor, television personality, author, pretty much everything. Brian Blessed here with us.
No into my challenge.
Now you've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, you've attempted Everest, you've also been at Mont Blanc, I hear.
Yeah.
Tell us about your exploring.
Well, exploration I've always loved since a child, but I got it from books. We first had a little book from the library about the 1924 expedition to Everest, the greatest expedition ever mounted on God's earth. It's 1924, the British expedition to Everest. They went to climb Everest without oxygen. The George Lee Mallory and all these great mountaineers. I wore the same clothes eventually.
Wow. I
was inspired as a child reading about it in a little book. And one day I thought I would go and follow in Mallory's footsteps. In 1990, the BBC made a film called Galahad of Everest. It won 12 Grand Prix, 4 BAFTAs and an Oscar. And it's me following Mallory's route, dressed in the same clothes. They said it was impossible. You will die. It's impossible without oxygen. And I went right to the summit. I've climbed it 3 times. Mountains I've climbed at Aconcagua, the highest mountain in South America, 23,000 feet. I've done the North Pole, trekked to the North Pole and the South Pole, this man. I'm only saying this because it's books that have inspired me. I've trekked to the North Pole, the South Pole. I've done all the big summits on the 7 continents. And I have now just completed, this has not been announced, but my biggest love in life, which I got from school, when suddenly in my infant school they showed me books with Mars and all the planets on. I couldn't believe there were other planets. And I've just completed space training in Moscow. I've just completed a 2-year course with the Russians, Americans and NASA, because since I climbed Everest, they want to put me in space. They want to put old men in space. I've passed the test. I've done the centrifuge and the Hydra and MiG-29s and all the different machines. I've done 800 hours and I am the first reserve for the International Space Station, and I'm going into space to the International Space Station in the spring next year. So at 74, I really feel that in life, I'm sick to death of hearing about 40 being middle-aged. Or, middle-aged now I think is between 55 and 65. But it's not how old you are, it's how you are old.
Yes.
And now people, I feel about it. NASA examined me and said, well, you have the constitution of a man of 25. I train all the time, do weights, run, walk, and train. And I'm now going to go next spring with the soldiers, the wounded soldiers. You saw them on television recently with Prince Harry, where we're taking them to Everest with 25 climbers and doctors. About 16 of them will get to Everest Base Camp, which is 17,800 feet. That's a huge height. And then 4 or 5 of them, we're going to try and get them to the summit.
Wow.
So, but this has all been inspired. Anyway, ask another question.
Brian Blessed will return soon, as more videos of his interview are released in the next few weeks.